Hello, I did my final creative project on Elliot, A Soldier's Feud. It's, as you guys know, the story of Elliot, and then the other characters are Pop, Grandpop, and Ginny, his mother, and this play weaves in and out of each person's stories and their experiences serving our country in the military. Um, and I thought that Ginny's story was told the least. We knew the least about her, but um, I really wanted to explore what we did know about her in costuming um, for the show. So, the play is about war and at home, and I wanted to show her in both of these areas in the costume. So, the first costume I have is this one. Um, it is something she'd be wearing at the beginning of the play when, she's at home. And I did a lot of research on Puerto Rican vegetation for this costume, and I had been there before, but I wanted to research because she said, they're from Puerto Rico, and she had this other half of the stage. It was her garden that she had worked so hard to plant flowers in, so I wanted to really portray that in her costuming. So I looked up, and there's a lot of dark green vegetation and then really bright colored flowers. And so I decided to do that for this costume. The second costume is her at war. In the flashbacks, specifically is when this would play. She was one of the nurses in Vietnam, and I researched what they wore, and they wore like green jumpsuits for the most part. There was a couple people that had on the traditional white costumes, but most people were just in military wear as what we would imagine today. I decided to give her a jumpsuit that looked also a little bit more like a suit. Um, and I decided to make it blue, and then the shirt under it is red because it represents the American military still, but it's more of a home outfit because these flashbacks are happening when they are in their home. So the third costume is I combined the colors from these two costumes. She's wearing a blue-green skirt and this maroon top. And I did that because I would have her wearing this at the end when she's saying goodbye to Elliot again, because I know she talked in the play a lot about how it made her really sad when he left the first time, and so this is a more modest, subdued look to really give a better idea of how she feels about Elliot's departure. Something you can't really see, but I also did incorporate the flowers in the second two costumes. So this is supposed to be a flower on her lapel, and then on the necklace there's a tiny flower, something to continue on, Ginny and who she is. But I think I just really wanted to do my best to capture this complicated woman who served in the military. She is a mother. She has this whole life with her garden and all the people around her that factor into her everyday life. And so those are the costumes I came up with.